All right, football fans, good evening. Welcome to BCHighSchoolFootball.com and SportsCanada.TV for the BC High School Football Game of the Week. It's Jake Elliott, Jay Prepchuk with you here tonight from Burnaby Lake Arena, and it's the Archbishop Bowl. Jay Prepchuk, the 62nd annual Archbishop Bowl between Vancouver College and Notre Dame.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is one of the greatest rivalries in high school sport and all sport in British Columbia. So how exciting. And you know what? It makes it even more exciting because this is going to be a first place battle in the Western Conference. So I believe that the winner of this game is going to be the first place in the champion.
They will be indeed, yes.
Yeah, and they will have a bye next week in the first round in the wild card playoffs. Already November, already playoff time. Exciting, and boy, you just couldn't ask for a better game to finish off the regular season.
As I mentioned, the 62nd annual Archbishop Bowl. We got the PA announcer right beside us, so that will be a bit of a factor for us here today. But we'll battle through the elements here, Jay Prepchuk, is the overall series in this one. These two teams have played 62 times in this great rivalry game, 32, 28, and 1 for Van College. So it doesn't really matter where these teams stack up in the standings each and every year. You know this one is going to be a good one. It just so happens that this season, these two teams, this could be really a preview of the final coming up at BC Place next month.
That's right, because, you know, again, one of these teams will come first, one of these teams will come second, and in that playoff draw, they will be on opposite ends of the draw. So if they do get through and play on December 1st in the Subway Bowl in BC Place, then certainly it'll be another exciting matchup. They have played, you know, many times before in the playoffs, of course, but boy, you just can't ask for a better matchup to end the season. And again, you know, we got a perfect night for football. No rain right now, and hey, this is going to be an exciting game, Jake.
Notre Dame will be the home team here tonight. They will wear their solid blues with the white numbers, white helmets. The Irish in the whites with the gold pants, gold helmet. I always get confused here. Notre Dame, I always want to call Notre Dame the Irish. They, of course, are the Jugglers, and the Vancouver College are the Fighting Irish here at the high school level in BC. And it looks like Van College will receive the opening kick. And you couldn't ask for a better crowd here tonight as well, Jay Prepchuk. Burnaby Lake stands packed to the rafters here for the 62nd annual Archbishop Bowl. And just about set to go here as the Let's Go Irish chant gets going. And once again, we thank you for joining us here on SportsCanada.TV tonight. It should be a dandy here between the Jugglers and the Irish. Torrenson has it teed up at the 40-yard line and kick it off. Let's play some football. Line driver will get past everybody and into the end zone for a touchback. Good opening kickoff there for Notre Dame, and the Irish will get first possession here. I see you got your Duotang spreadsheet out again, once again here, Jay Prepchuk. What are you seeing with this Vancouver College offense so far?
Absolutely, yes. I've got my Glenn Suter Duotang here. He taught me well, and I tell you, you know what? Right off the bat, you're going to see Vancouver College try to establish the ground game. And talking to Dennis Kelly this week, Dennis was very concerned about the rushing attack of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, and let's see if VC comes out to establish the run right from the get-go.
Yeah, my apologies. I was actually supposed to talk to head coach Dennis Kelly. Didn't get a chance to last night. Glad you did. Is Chilinski under center here for this opening snap. Single setback and a little confusion in the backfield on the opening play. But the Irish quarterback does well to get some positive yardage. It looked like the running back went one way. Quarterback was expecting him to go the other.
Yeah, and here they go on the ball. A little fire offense, trying to confuse the Notre Dame defense, try to keep them off balance right from the start of the game.
Don't want to allow many substitutions. Chilinski out of the shotgun this time. Will look to pass. He'll sling one out there on the out pattern, and it's caught. Might be just shy of first down yardage, however. And I'll bring up third and about 1 here as the Irish will look to move the chains here on the opening possession.
So right from the start, Todd Burnett is coming out with two different formations, one an ace, the first down ace formation with a tight end and two receivers to the wide side of the field. On second down, he comes out with a doubles formation, 2x2 formation. Let's see what he does on third and short.
They'll come to the line. They have it listed as 3rd and 29 on the screen. That is completely incorrect. It'll be a little pitch. And first down here for Van College.
Yeah. A third formation shown by Todd Burnett, the head coach of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. A trips formation with a tight end. We call it a Trey Formation. Very difficult to defend that type of formation. Coming out with a toss play on third down and short, picking up the first down. So let's see if the Vancouver College Fighting Irish can maintain this drive and continue to grind it along the ground.
Well, with Shin Carroll on the first down carry. Ball out to the 35-yard line. Clock moving here in the first quarter, scoreless. This is the opening drive of the game for Van College. Zajchilski with motion across. He'll hand off right guard there, and good first down yardage for about 5.
There you go, 4 plays for Vancouver College and 4 different formations shown by Todd Burnett. So right now, Todd is just kind of seeing what the Notre Dame defense gives them, seeing how they adjust to these different formations. 4 plays, 4 different formations for Vancouver College.
Cam Maughan on another tackle, as he has been an absolute warhorse. 55 tackles on the season so far for the Notre Dame nose tackle. Another run on second down, close to first down yardage.
Vancouver College come out with a trips formation, kind of in a bit of a cluster formation. They take their 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field, bunch them together, see if Notre Dame walks out. Their outside linebacker just running over left tackle, getting close to a first down, third and very short for Vancouver College.
Perry gained a couple of touches here early. It's been Shin Carroll and Johnson, the primary ball carriers here for Van College. And there is Deshaun Johnson, the 5'11", grade 11 running back with a good burst as he gets it out to the midfield stripe at the 50-yard line.
And you can see Vancouver College is substituting a lot of different players. Todd likes to keep his running backs fresh. A lot of those running backs this year, their stats are very, very equal as you look down the statistic chart.
Well, from the left hash, we got a whistle as a Jugglers defensive back getting a bit of a reprieve here from the official to allow him to tie up his shoe. That's nice of him there. Didn't really need to do that, but gives him the referee's timeout. Speaking of the referees, you want to get, I know you're a big referee guy, Jay Prepchuk. You want to get the officials in here tonight?
There we go. We have Tim Letterman as our head official. Oral Williams is our umpire. Gord Massey and Tori Davis are also on the staff, and Mike Westman, the veteran Mike Westman. So we've got an outstanding game and an outstanding group of officials tonight.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 50, right on it, in between the hash marks here for the Irish, under center. It's a handoff up the middle, Johnson, and not much on that first down carry.
And yet another formation shown by Todd Burnett as Vancouver College comes out in an unbalanced look, overloading the left-hand side, tight end, wing back, but Dino Jeremiah, the experienced veteran defensive coordinator for the Jugglers, seems like he's ready and prepared for all of these different formations.
I got a 55 out on the field. I do not have him on my roster, Jay, but he was the last man to make the tackle. Here's a pass on second down, and double flags come flying as the ball jarred free. But I think it's going to be a late hit on the quarterback here. Let's check the flags. 2 of them came flying as probably a ball that should have been caught, put it right in between the numbers there, but the well-timed hit by Notre Dame knocked it free.
Absolutely, and Will Clark, who's also playing, Jarrell Cummings, of course, the outstanding cornerback, one of the leaders on defense. Jarrell Cummings, that left cornerback for the Notre Dame Jugglers, read that play very well, came up and made a nice tackle on that play. We got offsetting fouls, it looks like. So rough play against Notre Dame, and ineligible man downfield for Vancouver College. Offsetting penalties, going to bring up a 2nd and long for Vancouver College Fighting Irish.
Calling it 2nd and 9. And I believe it's Mendez wearing 55 Actually, it's Ian Marin, listed as 53, wearing 55 here tonight. 2nd and 9. Handoff up the middle. Oh, stopped in his tracks there. On Carroll just stopped right up after a limited gain there. Give him a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 8 here. So 3rd and long now for the first time here for Van College. Ball on the 47-yard line. What do you dial up here if you're the head coach, Jay Prepchuk?
Oh, Vancouver College will be in a quick pass situation. Look for Eric to just do a quick passing game, 3-step, and get the ball out of his hands quickly. 3 receivers,
the tight end in there, single formation in the backfield, and he'll hand it off on 3rd and long. Nice slash at the point of attack, and right near another first down. It'll depend on the spot. And I think they're going to give it to him here by the nose of the football, and the Irish want to go quickly. They'll say no, it's short by inches, and 4th down now.
Look for Todd to possibly call timeout here.
Maybe a quarterback sneak coming. They're going to line up. It's 4th and inches, and it's a quarterback keeper. And just enough. Zilchinski dives ahead for another first down. That's the 3rd first down of the drive here for Van College, as they got something cooking in this first quarter.
Yeah, exactly what the Vancouver College Fighting Irish wanted to do to start this football game is control the ball on the ground, just pick away at that defense, outstanding defense. Cam Maw, one of the outstanding linebackers for the Notre Dame Jugglers, will play a big part in this football game tonight.
My apologies, I think I called him the nose tackler. He is indeed the middle linebacker. There's a little jet sweep. Or Owen Kerr that garners a couple.
Another different formation. Vancouver College showing a tight trips formation. Just the jet sweep to the slot back on that side, trying to just go against that edge of that Notre Dame defense.
And so many ties between these two schools over the years. The coaching staff, of course, Dennis Kelly, a former Vancouver College grad back in, I believe, 1968 for the...
And head coach. He was also the head coach at Vancouver College in the late 70s as well.
Lots of ties between these two storied programs.
Yeah, you really couldn't ask for a better matchup, and all the different scenarios that go along with this game. The
schedule makers did well,
they
dialing
really,
up not only the game of the week here, our final game of the week in the regular season, but to match up the Archbishop Bowl in the final week of the regular season, and then to have a 6-0 team going up against a 5-1 team in first place on the line for the Western Conference. It's all set up for a great evening here on a Friday night as we have another timeout down on the field here for a Vancouver College injury.
Yeah, you can see that, Todd Burnett, the outstanding head coach of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, has got an excellent game plan. And what he's trying to do is keep that Notre Dame defense off balance a little bit. Again, he's come out with probably 8 or 9 different formations. I don't know if there's any more possible formations that Todd could come up with, because we've seen them all today. We've seen an ace formation with a tight end. We've seen a trips formation. We've seen a cluster formation. So let's see what happens on 3rd and 6 in a very important down for Vancouver College.
From the 35-yard line under the center is Zilchinski. A little handoff almost. Now it's loose. And the Jugglers on top of the football. As a wrestling match for it after, but I think this is going to be Notre Dame football off the botched handoff. It got into the hands of Shinkarol, but didn't really secure it entirely, and then it popped free.
Vancouver College come out with a double tight formation, trying to run an inside trap play over the right guard, and Cam Maw.
They're going to keep the football here with the Irish.
Yeah. Cam Maw did a great job from his middle linebacker position, just slicing through that A-gap and breaking up that play, and Vancouver College very fortunate to recover that ball, bringing up a 4th and 7. Big down early in this football game.
Notre Dame had it, so it must have been ripped away after the initial recovery. That's just fighting for the pigskin there. Here's the 4th down play. Ball is caught, and a first down for Van College. Diving across the sticks and out of bounds for a first down. Gutsy play call there. And Bruce Spathis with the completion.
Yeah, you can see that Coach Burnett has a lot of confidence in his quarterback, and Eric's. And I'm going to call him Easy E, because I know that's what his friends and that's what people call him in the circles. There's a lot of great touch football, great flag football quarterback. So Easy E on a nice play, a nice pass, picking up that first down for the Fighting Irish.
Here comes motion across once again. Shotgun snap this time, set up the screen. Looks like he's got something here, and Notre Dame swarmed to the football pretty quickly, and a late flank comes in.
Nice pickup.
About a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, nice pickup on first down, and Todd Burnett changing things up a little bit, calling a little middle screen on first down. Previously on his first down plays, he was all run up the middle, and now he's come up with a middle screen, and a good pickup, 5-6 yards, but let's see what the penalty flag is here.
I'll tell you what, they're targeting Perry quite a bit here on this drive, and in preparation before the game. Compared to Shinkarel and Johnson, about half the workload, but they've really kind of highlighted it here on this drive.
They really have, and he hasn't had the ball as much as the other tailbacks, but certainly with an 11-yard average per carry, he's somebody that you want to get the ball to, especially early in this football game. And as we said earlier, Todd Burnett does a good job of spreading the ball around to different guys. So look for maybe an ineligible player downfield on a screen pass. That oftentimes does happen on a screen. The ball has to be caught behind the line of scrimmage. I think that ball was caught just a little bit ahead of the line of scrimmage. Offensive lineman blocking downfield makes that an illegal play. So again, big penalty early in this game to bring Vancouver College back and nullify a big gain, bring up 1st and 15.
Gonna get to the 19-yard line for a first down, ball in the 34. As Zachinsky will work under center for this one. Here comes a quick wide receiver screen. Ball is caught. And maybe back to the original line of scrimmage there for Owen Kerr, who's really the primary target when it comes to throwing the football.
Yeah, and here's Vancouver College back on the ball in a lightning fire offense. They're trying to keep Notre Dame off balance. Good job, twin receivers to one side. Notre Dame only puts one defender out there. Quick throw out there. Good pickup of 5 yards.
And not allowing Notre Dame to make any substitutions defensively here as they hand it off again. It's Perry one more time, protecting the football as he runs off tackle. And he's about 3 yards, maybe 2 yards shy of a first down, but what an impressive drive, this opening drive here for Todd Bennett and the Irish.
Yeah.
Have taken off 8 minutes off this clock.
Really
it's still running here.
Yeah, great job.
As they're down to the 28-yard line, they'll say 3rd and 1.
Definitely 2-down territory here.
Under center and a little trap. Again, plowing, Sharon Carroll, and I think he's got enough for the first down.
Same play that Vancouver College ran previously where Cam Moss sliced in and created the fumble. This time, a better job by the Vancouver College Fighting Irish offensive line. The right guard just trapping the left defensive tackle of Notre Dame, picking up a big first down for the Fighting Irish as they continue this long, drawn-out drive. Exactly what Vancouver College wanted to do to start this ball game.
I cannot recall a high school football drive of this time length in my years of doing high school football. Here's a wide open man, and this one is going to be a touchdown for Vancouver College.
Wow, they talk oftentimes about offensive coordinators planning their first 10, 11, 12 plays of the game, and that certainly looks like what Todd Burnett did, and did an outstanding job of scouting this Notre Dame defense. And boy, I tell you, as you just said, Jake, you couldn't ask for a better drive to start a football game. Great call on first down to just run a simple bootleg pass to the right-hand side. Tight end on the play side, delay, gets out to the flat, wide open, the wide receiver cleared out, and a great job, great execution on that bootleg pass by Vancouver College to put them up to start this football game.
Here comes the extra point attempt. Howard Samura, varsityletters.ca, came up with a nice article before this game. I'm not sure if Howard is here or if he's watching online. Hopefully I'm doing Keith Jackson a service here, as I know that's one of Howard's favorite football announcers. But if you're writing a column for this game, Howard, and you're listing online, that drive right there just took 8 minutes and 52 seconds to start the game, which results in 7 points for Vancouver College.
Yeah, and again,
8 minutes and 52 seconds, Jay Prepchuk.
How about that? I tell you, talking to Dennis Kelly, the head coach, the veteran head coach of Notre Dame, he was afraid of that to start the game. He said that, he is very, very concerned about the Vancouver College Fighting Irish balanced attack on offense, primarily stopping their run game, and that's exactly what Vancouver College did to start this football game. They came out executing their game plan. Todd Burnett changing up the formations, running 8-9 different offensive formations, trying to keep that Notre Dame juggler team off balance. Let's see how Notre Dame reacts to that initial drive. Great job by Todd Burnett and the Vancouver College Fighting Irish to start this ball game.
The dangerous Jarrell Cummings standing back deep along with Glover.
I'm not sure who I would kick to between these two players, two outstanding players, and he's not going to kick deep.
But it will be Glover who fumbled the football. It's still loose, and the Irish are on top of it.
Yeah, let's go! Short kick by Vancouver College. It looked like they initially wanted to kick the ball to the middle row of players to keep the ball away from the dangerous return players of Glover and Cummings, and the Notre Dame player just came up, caught the ball, but again, just did not really have possession of that football, and good job by Vancouver College getting down there and recovering that fumble.
About as worse of a start as you can imagine here for Notre Dame. Well, I don't want to get too carried away, but a long extended drive for Vancouver College. And then the first touch of the football for Notre Dame results in a fumble. And Van College right back in business here from the 24-yard line. Already leading 7-0. Under center for Zalchinski. It's a handoff running left. Here comes a flag out of the backfield, and I think this one will come back.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to have an illegal block, it looks like, here for Vancouver College. Either going to be a holding call or maybe an illegal chop block here. Let's see what this veteran official crew comes up with here.
It will be a holding call, and the Irish know it as they go backwards in their first negative play of the game. And we will keep you updated on what will happen a week from today, maybe a week and a day from today, as we'll figure out the wild card matchups.
Yeah, we already know. Yep.
Saturday afternoon. You got a bit of a breakdown already, do you?
Yeah, we do have a couple of, this is unofficial, but this is from what I understand that Carson Graham will be playing Terry Fox next Friday. I understand that game is going to be played at Pitt Meadows Secondary School next Friday at 4:30, so that's one matchup that we're going to see. Also, New West against Abbotsford next week. So folks out there, let us know what some of those matchups are. Let us know today's scores.
Deep ball coming here, wide open. Caught down to the 2-yard line. Owen Kerr on the reception from the deep ball from Zalchinski.
And there's your leading receiver for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, averaging 18 yards a catch, 4 touchdowns this year. Another great call by Todd Burnett, just seeing those cornerbacks for Notre Dame, kind of poaching up a little bit and throwing deep to get down deep in Notre Dame territory.
And it's a quarterback keeper, Zalchinski.
Call him easy.
Okay,
You're okay. I'll let you
one.
in that club.
I'm having a rough one. It just doesn't roll off the tongue like some other names.
Easy E. There you go. Nice touchdown.
And boom, into the end zone it goes. 13-0 now, Vancouver College with an extra point to come. And Notre Dame in a hole here on their home field. Late in this first quarter, 2:31 to go in it. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. No, they're going to kick it. Those gold numbers not exactly popping off the jerseys there, Jay Prepchuk. Is that Perry kicking the ball?
It looks like it. Jake, when I came to the ballpark today in the St. Thomas More Mission game, actually an excellent game that was being played previous to this, I came out and when I saw Vancouver College warming up, Jake, I thought of you right away because I said, I hate, when somebody has a light-colored jersey, a white jersey, and gold numbers, like, why aren't those numbers purple? Like, let's have purple numbers on a white jersey. So I'm glad I'm not making the call as far as who's getting the ball or who's throwing the ball. But
just shiny. I mean, they're beautiful jerseys, and I love the color scheme, but not exactly doing me any favors with them. But yeah, I think purple would look absolutely fantastic on the back of those.
Yeah, Vancouver College, great traditional jerseys, shiny gold helmets. I remember when I was the co-head coach back at Vancouver College in the mid-'80s with Paul Del Monte, and it was tradition every Friday night before the game. We would get out there, and the younger players would be painting the senior helmets. It was a great tradition to get those gold helmets all ready for game day.
Yeah, you want to maybe do that a little bit earlier so that paint dries in time. Yeah. You don't want paint fumes while you're playing football. Here's Glover on the return. Let's see if he protects the football this time. Got a pretty good hole. And out past the 35 as the flag comes in at the end of the play. And Notre Dame will finally get a possession on offense here, but it won't come until 2:24 to go in this first quarter.
That's right. And let's see what Dennis Kelly, again, very experienced head coach, offensive coordinator for the Notre Dame Jugglers. Actually, I had the good fortune to be able to be coached by Dennis Kelly in my early years at Simon Fraser University, and Dennis Kelly actually taught me as a quarterback a lot about the game of football and how to read defenses and how to play the position of quarterback. So Dennis still has a tremendous passion for football and has really got the Jugglers on the roll this year, and he's got an outstanding quarterback in Will Clark. Look for Will Clark tonight to carry the ball. He's an outstanding athlete, a great runner with the football, and also been able to complete 57% of his passes.
Over 900 yards passing for Will Clark to go along with 11 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But he's also got close to 500 yards along the ground for Will Clark, and a lot of returning players from this Notre Dame roster. Down year for Notre Dame last year, let's say that, but all those grade 11s got all that experience, and here a year later showing what that experience can do for you with a 5-1 season and a chance for first place here on the line. Here's the snap, here's the handoff up the middle, and pretty good surge there. We'll pick up close to 8.
Wow, and an interesting start for Notre Dame coming out. We talked about Vancouver College and their different formations. Notre Dame came out in an unbalanced look. Tight end, they moved one of their offensive linemen over to the right-hand side it's an unbalanced right formation with the wing back. A little bit of a shift to getting 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. So both offensive coordinators coming out with unique twists to start this ball game.
6-yard gain on first down, make it 2nd and 4 as Clark will go out of the shotgun with an empty backfield. 3 receivers and a tight end. And the running back up in protection as well as Clark on the quarterback keeper. He's close to a first down. Let's check the spot here. Going to be right on it, maybe a half-yard short.
Yeah, it didn't take long for Will Clark to be able to carry the football from his quarterback position. Such a dangerous threat to have a quarterback being able to run the football. And all Will did there was just run off, left tackle. Nice job by the left side of the offensive line of the Notre Dame Jugglers to open up a hole and get the first down, as the Jugglers have a very, very important drive in their first possession of this ball game.
What can that do for you as a team like that when you haven't been able to get on the field and all of a sudden you're down 14-0 right off the get-go? Does it make you want to try and press things a little bit, or do you have to just stay disciplined, stay focused, stay with your game plan? And a lot of football to be played here tonight, obviously, and don't try and do too much on your first attempt.
Absolutely, and I know that with the experience of Dennis Kelly and Dino Jeremiah and George Oswald, all the rest of the Tony Howie, all the coaching staff for Notre Dame, they're just telling the kids to settle down, just relax. There's lots of time left in this ball game, and just take it one play at a time. The score, they're saying the score is 0-0 right now, remembering that they're going to receive the opening kickoff in the second half, so they're just going to just play their game and don't panic right now.
Ball across the 45-yard line. Call it the Vancouver College 44. Fake the handoff, Clark on the keep. As he has it for about a 4-yard gain, maybe closer to 5. As the Jugglers on the move here in this late first quarter. Might be the quickest quarter of the season here with that opening drive for Vancouver College, chewing off 8+ minutes.
Yeah, especially with them being in a kind of a fire offense, kind of a lightning offense where they're just going on the ball and calling their plays from the line of scrimmage.
Well, they almost took 3-4 downs every time to get a first down, and that clock just kept moving and moving.
Perfect drive for Vancouver College to start the game.
Notre Dame will not get the snap off in time. I'm not sure they actually wanted to. As first quarter action comes to a close.
We can catch our breath, not
Yes, it was a little scram. We can take your Instagram selfie now, Jason. I know that's important to you. We were just to let fans know we were playing a little musical chairs here to get settled in the broadcast booth before this game got started, and we're jam-packed in here pretty tight.
Kind of a tight squeeze in here, exactly. But it's it's a great atmosphere, as we said before.
Jam-packed in the stands or jam-packed in the broadcast booth. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. And folks are getting ready, I know, for the playoffs next week. So make sure you're checking that BC High School website tomorrow and Sunday.
Give me those playoff matchups that you know. Once again, Abbotsford, New Westminster. Those two teams met this year, and it was a convincing win for the Hayeks in that one.
Yeah, and Terry Fox, Carson Graham is the next one. We know that Lord Tweedsmuir, coming number 1 in the East, has got the bye.
Of course.
We also know, well, we don't know, because this, again, as we mentioned off the top of the broadcast, that this game is going to determine the first place winner of the Western Conference, who is going to have the first round bye next week in the wild card playoff round. So we'll see what happens. If anybody else, we've got our phones ready.
Yeah,
you can send me a message.
PXP for Sports is where you can find me via Twitter, or at JPrepchuck if you want to send a message Jay's way.
Yeah, send me a message. I know that, of course, the AA games, I know Bolinas defeated Argyle today. Big game out in Langley tonight. Robert Bateman is playing the Langley Saints, so that's a 6 o'clock ball game.
There's the handoff, and another good gain. As Alexander Moore on the carry, slashing for a first down.
Yeah, and you know that Tion's going to be...
Sorry, Jay, don't forget to give the BC High School football Twitter account a follow as well at BCFBHS, if I'm not... Or no,
easy for you to say.
BCHSFB is what I'm trying to say.
There you go. Between that account and Howard, I know Howard's probably doing... with volleyball and basketball starting up soon. He's the busiest man out there.
First down run for a couple.
But we should say again, Howard, for folks that don't know, Howard Samora, of course, a great follower of university and high school sports, not just football, does outstanding coverage with volleyball and field hockey and all
basketball,
the other sports. So, yeah, he really does a great job. If you're not following Howard Samora on Twitter, then you're not following high school sports and university sports in British Columbia.
Either that or you can't spell his last name. VarsityLetters.ca is where you can find Howard's fabulous work. Out of the shotgun here for Will Clark. Lots of time in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble. Now he wants to run. Jukes a man. He's got room down the first sideline and will scamper out of bounds for another good gain as the Jugglers look to get on the board.
Very difficult to defend a quarterback like that. Will Clark, again, who has been coached by Dennis Kelly, and you know that he's not going to force the ball downfield on a pass. If he drops back and doesn't see first look, second look, doesn't like what he sees, he's going to take off. Again, very, very dangerous. Great athlete, Will Clark, making things happen for this Notre Dame Juggler offense.
Ball down to the 17-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 here for Notre Dame from the right hash mark. Two receivers near side. Cummings in the slot. And it's a run. Coming near side. Clark spinning out of one tackle and falls ahead for a decent gain there on first down.
Boy, I tell you, that's all Will Clark's athleticism on that particular play. Vancouver College showing blitz, bringing 8 defenders on that particular play. Will Clark doing a great job of bouncing that ball to the outside. I thought he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, gaining 6 yards on a big pickup on first down as Notre Dame is getting close to the Vancouver College goal line. Very important right here. Very important drive for the Notre Dame Jugglers as they themselves have been chewing up much of the clock here getting into the second quarter.
Irish fans imploring defense. It's Clark, take the shotgun snap. Handoff up the middle to the goal line. Touchdown Jugglers. Alexander Amor right up the gut.
Yeah, very tough runner, and that's our guy Tion. I'm going to call him Tion. I've known him for a lot of years at that running back position, and he's got a lot of he's got a lot to make up tonight because, of course, he injured his knee last year and has come back and had just an outstanding season, gaining close to 1,000 yards and averaging well over 6 yards per carry in this season. And you know that he's going to be driven to have a great game tonight against Vancouver College.
Extra point to come here. Sorensen up and through it goes. And as he mentioned, Jay Prepchuk, an important drive there for Notre Dame. And it was a long one themselves, but they do cash in for the major and put the extra point in. And we got a one touchdown game now, 14-7.
Yeah, great answer back. And you know that both of these coaches with their experience, and especially the offensive coaches being as experienced as they are, you know that they've come out and, you know, this time of the season, all their offense is just working away on all, you know, connecting on all cylinders right now and making some, you know, big plays. And both these teams, you can tell that have offensive coordinators, and Dennis Kelly for Notre Dame, and of course head coach Todd Burnett. Both the offensive coordinators are also the head coaches of their particular programs, and they both had outstanding game plans, coming out with some different formations, some very unique formations, running a lot of motion, showing a lot of different looks, trying to confuse the opposition, and both teams doing a great job to start off this ball game.
Gonna get this in here quickly, Jay Prepchuk. On my way into the facility, I saw the C&D Logistics Langley Rams Jeep right out front, handing out flyer. Big game tomorrow at McLeod Athletic Park, a 4 o'clock kickoff. Langley Rams and the Hamilton Hurricanes in the CJFL National Semifinal game. That's a nice move there for Jarrell Cummings, or excuse me, Chris Kabongo on the return.
Yeah, and as you say, you know, I think the last time we did a game a couple of weeks ago was another busy day, and of course, busy junior football game tomorrow. C&D Logistics, as you said, Dana Matheson, an outstanding sponsor of amateur sports in British Columbia, and that's going to be a great game. Of course, our UBC Thunderbirds play tomorrow at 2 o'clock against the University of Saskatchewan in Canada West semifinal sudden death game at Thunderbird Stadium.
Best of luck to your T-Birds, Jay Prepchuk.
Thank you.
There's the handoff on 1st and 10. And solid gain there on first down, give him 5.
And here's Vancouver College getting back up on the ball. And you can see Notre Dame's defense. They're not panicking. They're just taking a look over at Coach Dino on the sidelines. And Dino's got these guys prepared. Cam Maw, the captain of that defense right now, he is helping call his defense, telling his guys what's up. He sees the call from Coach. He sees the formation. Vancouver College in a doubles 2x2 formation. Notre Dame knows exactly how to line up against this formation.
There's a pass coming. Easy, wide open in the middle of the field is Kerr. And he's going to run it right all the way down to the 10-yard line. As how does he get that wide open in the middle of the field? My goodness.
Now, I did say Notre Dame knows how to line up against that formation. I didn't say they knew how to defend against that, or that they could defend. So Vancouver College obviously doing their homework. Inside receiver to the wide side of the field. Just a simple straight go route from that inside seam position. Notre Dame in their traditional zone defense. Very difficult for that safety when you've got seam routes coming at you and they kind of split that middle safety. It's very difficult for a safety in a cover 3 look. 3 defensive backs deep, 2 cornerbacks, middle safety. Easy E with a great throw. Nice job, just a quick drop and getting that ball in the seam. Outstanding play call by Vancouver College.
My goodness, there was nobody within 5 yards of him, 20 yards down the field, right in the middle of the playing surface. And I never went to the Jay Prepchuk quarterback school, Jay, but I think I might have been able to deliver that one on the money.
Yeah, well, I tell you, Easy knew exactly where he was going with that football, and Todd Burnett obviously had worked on that play, seen the film all week, and knew that that seam route to that inside receiver was going to be open. Big play by Vancouver College, Fighting Irish.
Fighting Irish break the huddle. Zyle Chinsky will go under center for this one. And it's play action on the rollout now. Look into the end zone, wide open, touchdown.
Another great call by Todd Burnett. Bootleg pass to the right-hand side, the exact call that he had on the second touchdown of the ball game. This time, Easy E doing a great job of rolling out to the right-hand side and hitting the backside tight end, who oftentimes is open on that bootleg pass play. Big touchdown, big answer back by Vancouver College, putting them back up by 2 scores.
I think that's the second touchdown of the game for Connor Lewis. 6'2", 210, grade 12.
Is that Connor Lewis, you guys? Who scored?
And he'll kick the extra point attempt as well and hit the upright, no good.
And Connor Lewis, number 6, the tight end, 6'2", 210 pounds, the grade 12
well, it looked
tight
like
end.
number 8 on the back of his jersey. We're searching for a number 8. There isn't one. So by the
Exactly. We apologize if we aren't getting these
by
names
elimination
out right away, but we've got the Vancouver College spotters up here who are a big help for us. But again, a great job by Connor Lewis coming from that backside tight end position, just on a crosser. Easy E, nice job on the bootleg pass. Great fake to an off tackle left-hand side. Roll out to the right-hand side, finding his big target crossing the middle of the field. Big touchdown there again. Vancouver College up by 2 scores. And you know what? That convert, you never know in these big games.
Yes, indeed.
We talked about that with our previous game that we did here with Terry Fox and St. Thomas More, how important the kicking game really was in those big games. When you get into the this time of the season and the games are that close, really the extra points, punting.
Well, it cost Terry Fox the Assembly Bowl last year.
It really did.
Well, Lewis will kick it off. He'll drive it near sideline. As they keep it away from Cummings. It's Glover on the return. He's looking for a seam to cut up into, and there's just not one there. Pretty good coverage downfield by the Irish. Stop him up right on the 30.
Nice job by the Vancouver College Fighting Irish to hustle down and contain Glover on that kickoff return. Vancouver College traditionally has had a huge roster, and that means a lot of kids aren't able to necessarily play in these football games, right? But oftentimes they put those players on special teams and kickoff, and those guys are hungry. They want to get down. They want to make a play, and they certainly did on that particular kickoff.
Well, Clark will work out of the shotgun this time. He'll look to throw on first down. Pump fakes once. Still all day in the pocket for Clark. Looks down deep now, and it's intercepted. Picked off. Guys, there's no cheering in the press box, okay? No cheering in the press box. No, I'm serious.
Hey, big play there by the Vancouver College Fighting Irish defense. Again, Clark dropping back to pass, does not throw a lot of interceptions. Usually, as we talked about, he's a very patient quarterback, but decided to take the home run shot on the post pattern. Vancouver College did a great job of picking that ball off, getting the ball back on their own 40-yard line. Big turnover in the second quarter.
Sorry, folks, a little over exuberant. A couple of Irish scout team, and you got to play by the rules, Jay. You're going to come up in the broadcast booth. There's no cheering in the press box. Here's the handoff after the turnover. Shinkaro. And he'll pick up close to 5. And everything going Vancouver College's way right now after, well, just the only thing that's really gone wrong is that missed extra point, but so much time in the pocket there for Will Clark to look downfield. And I think he just might have said, I want to get one back right here and now, and it just wasn't there for him. A pretty easy turnover. Clock moving down to 7:45. Here's a little pitch. Trying to find a seam there as Johnson, and a flag comes in late.
Looks like we might get a holding call on the receiver for Vancouver College here. First time that we've seen the option play. Again, Vancouver College does an outstanding job of really mixing up their offense. Pass, little off tackle, run, zone, read plays, play action pass, and now showing a little bit of option. So very difficult to defend. All of these different formations that Vancouver College is showing, very difficult to defend. All the different pass plays, run plays that Todd Burnett and his Vancouver College Fighting Irish offense has in their attack. Now it looks like it's going to be a big call here because it would have been a first down for Vancouver College, but they're going to bring it back with a holding call on the wide receiver. Difficult at times for the wide receiver to maintain that block on the defensive back as that play takes a little bit longer to develop. They're going to bring it back. 10 yards, going to be second down over again. 2nd and 10 for Vancouver College.
And I wanted to talk to you about that, Jay. You mentioned the first 10, 12 plays probably scripted here for Coach Burnett. But the game plan here for Vancouver College has been on point right now so far here in this game.
It really has,
You
Jay.
got to give the head coach some credit for calling an excellent game so far here. Pass caught, and it'll be about 3 yards short of the first down.
Good call by Vancouver College, sending 2 receivers out to the wide side of the field. Notre Dame defense not taking a linebacker and kind of walking him out into the flat area, the short area of the field. Vancouver College is running a very traditional wide receiver streak. Number 2 receiver, the slot back, running a quick breakout. Good job by Notre Dame to rally to that ball to limit that gain.
They spot it down to 50, so make it 5 to go here on third down. So Chinsky under center, 3-step drop. Here comes pressure. Dropped in the backfield. Matthew Glover getting home, or was it number 6, Caleb Huey?
Looked like Caleb Huey doing a good job from his defensive end position, and one of the leaders on the defense for the Notre Dame Jugglers, and he did a nice job. He's at 4 sacks in the season, so not surprising that Caleb Huey does a good job of getting into sack easy on a big play by Notre Dame.
And that's a good defensive call there from the Jugglers to bring that pressure off of that side. And a good job from Huey to get home. Was our first punt of the football game. Drop it down, and it's a sidewinder. Cummings waiting for it. Takes one bounce, takes a second, and he'll just let this one roll. Excellent punt there. Down to about what? The 15-yard line they'll mark it down on.
Yeah, nice punt by Vancouver College there. And again, Notre Dame looking like they're had a little punt block on. Good punt. Good job to get that ball away. Jarrell Cummings, the outstanding athlete for the Notre Dame Jugglers, wasn't comfortable in fielding that ball, and thus Vancouver College got a couple extra yards on the bounce. So Notre Dame back with the ball, 6 minutes left in the second quarter here. Let's see if they can generate a drive.
Another important drive here, if nothing else, to get some field position back here for the Jugglers, who turned it over on an interception their last possession. And here's the snap to Clark, who will hand it off Alexander Amar. He's got room. Look out. Alexander with speed down the far sideline. All the way out to the 40-yard line. On a good dash there from Alexander Amar.
That's his forte. You know that Tion is going to take that ball, and if he sees any kind of outside seam, he's going to bounce that ball to the outside, showing his tremendous quickness, picking up a big gain for the Notre Dame Jugglers.
And another Notre Dame.
We can hear our PA announcer let you know it's a Notre Dame first down out to the 40. And half a quarter to go here in quarter number 2. 6:04 to play. 20-7 Irish. Jugglers with the football on their own 40-yard line. Here comes the blitz from the Irish. It's Alexander on the carry up the middle. And he has got close to 4 on that first down carry, as they ran right at the blitz, and sometimes that'll work and sometimes it won't, as we have an injured Vancouver College player down in the Juggler backfield.
Yeah, and I'm not sure the injured player here for Vancouver College, but again, as I get a chance to watch so many different high school games, it's nice to see, and I think it's important for parents out there to know and see that I see far less injuries, especially head injuries to football players these days at the high school level, and I think you want to really commend the high school football coaches and the high school football executive. They train their coaches. There's a lot. I know that every year they recertify, they retrain their coaches on safe tackling. In the last 5-6 years, there's been a tremendous change in how football players just basically tackle in a ball game,
well,
right?
I mean, what we've learned, Jay, about concussions and head injuries in the last 5 to 10 years has just been like monumental to know exactly what the effects are and how to avoid them and then how to recover for it. It's so much information to kind of comprehend in such a short amount of time, but I think, not only football, but a lot of sports, all of sports have
see
really,
that in lacrosse too?
Yeah,
Is it the same?
They've really, how to focus on headshots and taking those out of the game and really discipline and fining and suspending when those hits do come to send the message, hey, this is not okay anymore. You can't do it, and if you do it, you're going to be penalized for it, whether it's in your pocketbook or a suspension or a penalty or whatever. The hot topic right now, of course, Odell Willis, the hit on Zach Caleros last week. Again, where do you come out on that? It looked like, a pretty good hit. What they want to teach you is see what you hit. Get your head up, look at what you're hitting. It looked to me like Odell, point of contact was the shoulder. It slid up into the head. He probably didn't need to go as high as he did on that tackle. Right. And, 2-3 years ago, nobody even bats an eyelash at that hit. But here in 2018, it's
interesting you say that.
Point of focus, and it's a penalty. They missed it. And, players at that level, this level, whatever level it is, got to get their head around tackling better, tackling lower, tackling with better form, and avoiding those head-to-head contacts.
And it's good to see that, again, the high school coaches are doing that. And Brian Gemmell, the president of BC High School Football, we've had lots of different discussions, and he's told me all the different protocols, all the different ways that high school coaches are improving their coaching to avoid using the head and to avoid head injuries.
Here's Clark on the quarterback keeper once again, picking his way through close to a first down. Let's check the spot. I think he's going to have it as they put it out just across the 50-yard line. That will move the sticks here for the Jugglers.
Will Clark doing a nice job of just faking that jet sweep. So Vancouver College, again, very difficult. When
I don't know how you defend that, Jay. Like it seems to be there every time Notre Dame wants to call it.
Yeah, it really is. And it seemed like Vancouver College, when they've had success on defense, it is certainly when they are blitzing. So let's see if Vancouver College is going to play in a passive type posture right now, or if they're going to start to come at. Looks like they're in a kind of playing off a bit.
It's Tion Alexander-Amar in the carry. Powerful run, stays on his feet for close to 9. Just refusing to go down there. Great balance from Alexander.
Yeah, it really is one of the fine running backs in BC high school football. And, the determination and the drive that Tion has is really commendable. And it's great to see. And certainly, he's just so powerful and can change direction so quickly. So you can't really, you have to be patient when you tackle him. You can't be physical and you can't lunge at him because Tion's just going to go around you with his quickness.
No, you can't just lower the pads. You got to wrap up on 21 if you want to bring him down. It's 2nd and 2. They gave him 8. Here's Clark. Alexander on the handoff. This time the Irish penetrate quickly.
Yeah, and exactly what I talked about. Vancouver College blitzing 2 linebackers in that particular play, jamming up all the holes and not giving the Notre Dame Jugglers a chance to be able to pick up the first down. So actually a loss of a couple of yards, bringing up a big 3rd down for Notre Dame Jugglers here. And Dennis Kelly, the offensive coordinator for the Notre Dame Jugglers. Let's see what he comes up with. Let's see if Will Clark, he's going to put the ball in his quarterback hand, maybe a little play action pass, maybe a little bit fake jet sweep, but let's see if Will Clark is going to carry the ball on this crucial 3rd down play for the Jugglers.
It was Mendez and Tolentino in on that stop for a loss last time. Here's Clark on the keep once again. And everybody moving towards 21 as Clark went the other way. And he's got the first down easy here for the Jugglers, who started this drive way back on their own, 12-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, and you can see that, again, just kind of like a chess match here. Todd Burnett, we talked a lot about Todd and as calling the offensive plays for Vancouver College, but Ron Turner, David Benefield, a lot of veteran coaches on the defensive side of the football for Vancouver College that are just trying to answer back, and again, playing against an outstanding set of athletes on this Notre Dame Juggler offense is a real challenge for Vancouver College fighting Irish defense.
Yeah, really, as much as it's a chess match on the field between these two teams, the two coaching staffs matching wits as well is fun to watch. Clark looking to throw, lobs one over the top, it's complete, and pushed out of bounds. Napolitano.
And that's all Will Clark on that particular play. Will Clark wanted to run the ball. Ron Turner, the defensive coordinator, had a great call on defense, blitzing his linebackers and plugging up that off-tackle hole to the defensive right side. Will Clark, seeing that he wasn't going to be able to gain any yardage, pulled back and just had a nice job, nice little lob pass.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes action there for Will Clark.
Exactly, and I tell you,
that brought the whole defensive unit for Vancouver College his way, and then decided I'm not going to get any yards here and just flipped it over the top, and Napolitano was open in behind everybody.
Nice job by him to release into the flat and get open on that particular play. Will Clark spotting him.
There's the handoff to Alexander from the 15-yard line. running off of right guard. And he'll pick up 4. As this clock.
Got to start keeping an eye on the clock. Both teams with 3 timeouts.
Down to 2:40
yeah.
here and moving.
What Notre Dame ideally wants to do in this situation is they want to be able to score but not allow Vancouver College to have any time when they get the ball back. Again, Notre Dame will be receiving the second half kickoff. So, again, very crucial that the Notre Dame Jugglers are able to score a touchdown on this drive.
2nd and 6 here for Clark out of the shotgun. Here comes pressure from the Irish. It's Clark on the keep. Dives ahead as he got out of the way of a vicious tackle coming in, and Clark had to get down quickly and did.
Yeah, smart play by Clark. Yeah, just getting what he can, and yeah, we're trying to
check the spot here. It's very difficult from our location with the sticks on the near sideline. Looks like about 3rd and 3 to go from the 8.
Dennis Kelly again, just looking down at his play sheet, seeing what Vancouver College runs on 3rd down in this situation. Look for Vancouver College to come up with a blitz, maybe a bootleg pass here. Again, Will Clark trying to get the ball into Will Clark's hands.
Clark with an empty backfield. 3 receivers. 1 will come in motion. It's Cummings. It's Clark on the keep. Trying to get ahead for the first down here. Let's check the spot. And I think it's going to be a 1st and goal here for the Jugglers. No, 4th and 1 they're going to say. Oh, huge play coming here.
Really is.
And I think we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, exactly. Dennis Kelly, the experienced offensive coordinator, head coach, is just going to call timeout. He's got 3 timeouts in total, and just going to have a little chat with his quarterback and see exactly what Will Clark, and again, I know that Dennis right now is talking to Will, saying, asking Will Clark, what do you think, Will, with an experienced quarterback like Will Clark, a bright kid, knows the game of football. Dennis kind of wants to know what Will is comfortable in running in this situation. With it being this short, let's just see if he comes up with just a quarterback sneak here.
I'm just having a chuckle here. The new big hot jam right now, Jay Pritchett, Mobamba. The Vancouver College, yeah, you're shaking your head like I have no idea. And I don't really either. But the crowd down there, I recognize the chant, if you will. Having some fun down in the crowd. Two fan bases going back and forth here late in the 2nd quarter.
And they certainly have lots to cheer about.
You bet. And don't forget, Vancouver College out to the 14-0 lead here before Notre Dame even touched the football offensively. And have battled back. They got a touchdown on the board. They got a 4th and 1 coming here. 4th and 2, they'll call it from the 6. Clark out of the shotgun. Here comes Cummings across. He'll take it. He's got all sorts of room. Cummings into the end zone. Touchdown, Jugglers.
Boy, I tell you, that's a gutsy call by Dennis Kelly, the offensive coordinator, head coach of the Notre Dame Jugglers. Boy, just with the jet sweep, the first time we've seen jet sweep, we've certainly seen that action all day, but Dennis talking to his coaches upstairs. He's got experienced coaches upstairs that are helping him out and noticing that the defensive end on the offensive right-hand side is kind of biting inside and wanting to take away that off-tackle play by Will Clark. And a good job by Notre Dame to give that ball to Jarrell Cummings. You certainly saw the speed and the athleticism, Jarrell taking that ball untouched into the end zone. Big touchdown for the Notre Dame Jugglers.
Torrenson pounds it through. And it's a 6-point football game now, 20-14. And just about everything you would expect in this opening half here between the Fighting Irish and the Jugglers. And now with 65 seconds to go here, real important for the home team, Notre Dame, to get a stop here in the next 65 seconds and get to halftime just down 6 if they can.
Yeah, exactly. And again, Notre Dame is going to be receiving the second half kickoff. So let's see if Notre Dame, first of all, they got to, choose. Are they going to kick it deep? Are they going to kick it deep to the dangerous return man? And you know that Todd Burnett is already looking at his play sheet. He knows he's got 3 timeouts left. He knows he's got he's going to have just under a minute when they have the return on. And let's see if Todd takes a conservative approach, or let's see if Todd is going to be aggressive and trying to attack this Notre Dame defense.
So I just want to see if Jillian can get a shot of the fans over in the far corner here. too dark over there. Jay, you tell me. You've been to a lot of games here in Burnaby Lake. What is that? Just the people that just want to watch the game for free over there? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll go over there at halftime with a bucket and just collect money that from those people that are over there. But
this is the 62nd annual Archbishop Bowl here from Burnaby Lake Arena. Just a fabulous crowd on hand here for both teams.
So we've got an interesting situation here, Jake. We've got looks like there was a penalty call on Vancouver College because
big penalty
Notre Dame is kicking the ball off, from well inside Vancouver College's
that's a 20-yarder.
territory. And look for Notre Dame possibly to have a short kick set up here. Kick it short right now in this situation. Look for the jugglers either to obviously kick it out of the end zone or just dribble it here short.
I think it was a 20-yard penalty, and
wow.
I don't know what that could have been for.
No,
they will kick it deep. And that's a little peculiar there. Maybe try and angle that one down to the 1-2 yard line and force them to return with a short cover. But
interesting to see what that call was.
Just looking down at the Vancouver sideline, and they're happy about that right there.
Personal foul penalty. It looks like unsportsmanlike conduct applied to the Vancouver College bench.
Interesting. Well, I looked down at their coaching staff after that kickoff after Notre Dame put it through the back of the end zone. They were like, "Oh, we'll take that."
Okay, well, just take a look down on the sidelines and see which coach has his head down right now, because he's probably the one that's got called. I know that Todd's not going to be too happy with that. Here we go. A minute left. Let's see if Vancouver College can generate a drive.
From the 20 and from the left hash. So Chinsky with the pitch here. It's Perry on the carry. Trying to get the edge and stopped up inbounds. They'll keep the clock moving. That's a bit of a mistake there from the Irish running back not to get out of bounds on that run to the sideline.
Yeah, he certainly had a chance to get out of bounds there to stop the clock, but right now that ball he came down inside the field of play. So again, Vancouver College Todd has got some decisions to make here as that clock is going to start to run.
Yeah, how aggressive do you want to get points obviously, but if you get too aggressive, there's the threat of the turnover and it going back the other way on you. So, a 6-point lead, you're in your own zone here, 53 seconds to go, 2nd and 2 from the 28. I just don't know how aggressive you get, and Coach Burnett wants to talk about it here with his offensive unit.
Yeah, usually what you would do in this situation as an offensive coach is you would run 1 or 2 plays initially, and if you've got a big gain on the first down, then you would continue to run a hurry-up offense. So Vancouver College came out, had a big gain of 9 yards, and Todd's just deciding to he's got 3 timeouts, so he's just deciding, he's kind of, again, trying to decide on what he wants to do in this situation. Vancouver College, certainly with the experience that they have and how they open the game with going on the ball, their players certainly know how to run a no-huddle offense. And that's a real advantage for a team to be in that situation right now where, to have all 11 players knowing exactly what the play is. But because Vancouver College runs a lot of no-huddle as part of their base offense, they are well attuned to what to do in this situation. So again, let's see if he gets a first down, look for Todd to be in attack mode with his Vancouver College offense.
So 53 seconds to go. It's a 2nd and 2 from the 28 as the Irish break the huddle. So Chinsky will go under center. There's Lopez across the formation. It's play action on the rollout. Lewis is open once again, turns it upfield, and stepped out of bounds. I don't think he actually wanted to, but stepped on the sideline, which helps the Irish, who have the first down, stop the clock. I guess he would have stopped on the first down anyway, so no real reason to go out of bounds on that scenario.
But if it was inbounds, then once the chains are set, then the clock starts, right? So, again, because he went out of bounds, the clock doesn't start until the snap of the ball.
Here comes another handoff. And this one will be stopped quickly. As Kabongo goes nowhere. And now the Irish will line up quickly here with the clock running. They still have 2 timeouts. And now Coach Burnett will take his second, or no, it's going to be an injury here to Notre Dame, and that'll save a timeout for Van College.
Yeah, exactly. And, you hate to see a player down, but you certainly hate as a defensive side, you certainly hate to see a player down, as I just said, but you also, hate as a defensive coach to see that the clock is obviously stopped in this situation. So
number 60 down there for the Jugglers. They do not have him listed.
It'd be nice, coaches.
You give me some bunk rosters here, Prep Check.
Coaches, can you please update your rosters for next week so the announcers are on top of it?
I'll make sure we're all set for playoff time as the clock starts to move again. 30 seconds to go. Here comes the pass. Look out, Ma almost had it tipped up, and then Cummings had a crack at it too. Cam Ma breaking it up, and then Cummings couldn't secure it.
Yeah, one of the things that Dino Jeremia, the defensive coordinator for the Notre Dame Jugglers, told his players before they got on the field on this particular drive that, hey, you've got to watch the inside seam. You've got to watch those inside receivers, those tight ends or those slot backs running up the seam. And the experience of Cam Ma on that particular play, knowing that the tight end going up the seam, great job by Cam Ma to cover that play.
It's doing your homework, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the handoff. And trying to drive the legs. Good second effort there. We'll get close to a first down, but I think they're just going to play it safe here, are the Irish, and let time run out here in the first half.
I think so too. Jake. I think that's going to be the last play of the first half, and Vancouver College very happy with a 20-14 lead at halftime.
They will head for the locker room. A good one cooking here from Burnaby Lake on the BC High School Football Game of the Week on bchighschoolfootball.com. 20 for the Irish, 14 for the Jugglers. We'll take a break here on SportsCanada.TV and be back with second half action in 12 minutes time. Stick around. Don't forget, you can get us via Twitter. Send me a tweet at PXB for sports. We'll talk to you in 12. All right, football fans, welcome back inside Burnaby Lake Field here in beautiful Burnaby, BC, as we get set for second half action here for the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV and BCHighSchoolFootball.com. Jake Elliott, Jay Prepchuk, the old quarterback with me here tonight, and a good one after 24 minutes of play. Jay Prepchuk, Vancouver College getting out to that 14-0 lead before Notre Dame offense even took the field, but nice job from the Jugglers to kind of stay in the moment and not get too flustered and battle back in this game, and just down 6 after a half of football, and we'll get the ball to start third quarter action.
Yeah, exactly. Just showing the poise of not only the coaching staff of the Notre Dame Jugglers, but also the players as well, to do a good job of just not panicking and knowing that they got a good football team, knowing that it's going to be a close ball game, and again, an advantage for them right now because they're going to be able to receive the second half kickoff as we start the second half.
As mentioned, Notre Dame will get the football here to start half number 2. As if you're just joining us late, the Irish in the white, Jugglers in the blue.
White with gold numbers. Come on now, VC. Next time you order jerseys, can you please get some purple numbers on the white jerseys?
Please send your tweets to @JPrepchuk at twitter.com if you.
Yeah, let's get some scores. We need some scores
Irish,
here.
Want to come at Prepchuk, you can do so via Twitter. And I heard Mount Doug over
New West,
the
yes.
Hayeks.
Big win for Mount Doug. Last minute victory at New West.
Kick it off. Let's play some football. Here's Glover on the return. Looking for a block. Tries to stiff arm a man and gets ridden into the turf hard. So the Hayeks have really run into some trouble here, Jay, after getting off to a great start. The defending champs, once Kinsale Phillip went down, the 3-year starter, the Hayeks have just not been the same team, and I don't know what the prognosis is for Phillip heading into playoff time, but I don't like the Hayeks' chances to repeat if he is not ready to go.
No, again, just such a dominating player. Not only a fantastic, great quarterback, but he's also a great linebacker. And again, it's really hurts when the new Westminster Hayeks lose a player like Kinsale.
Well, Clark will go under center, Cummings to put the second touchdown on the board for the Jugglers across the formation. Here's Alexander on a spin move. Another. Tried to duck under a tackle and then gets wrapped up. As on Alexander tried to keep the play alive, but just too many Fighting Irish defenders in the vicinity.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this second half plays out here with the experienced coaching staffs. You know that Ron Turner, the defensive coordinator for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish, has come in and made some adjustments. He's talked to his linebackers about how they want to be able to play the Will Clark run from the quarterback position, and also how to defend that jet sweep that they scored, because you know Notre Dame's going to come back with Jarrell Cummings on that jet sweep.
I'll call it 2nd and 8 here. Clark, handoff Cummings, speed around the corner, and jumps ahead for a 10-yard gain and a first down.
There's the jet sweep we just talked about. So knowing that, again, that Vancouver College defensive end on the wide side of the field to the offensive right-hand side, nice job by the Notre Dame Juggler right offensive tackle to get a reach block on that particular play. And, again, get that ball to the outstanding players, the Tion, Jarrell Cummings, Will Clark. Those guys are really, really difficult to defend.
Ball out to the 49-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 here for the Jugglers. As Clark out of the shotgun will hand off to Alexander up the middle. And another strong run, only for a few yards. There's some extra pushing and shoving at the end of that play between a defensive back and a wide receiver there in Napolitano. And trying to pick up the Irish player over there. It looks like Sean Johnson mixing it up.
Yeah, and the adrenaline is really running high, and I'm really proud actually of these kids that they're not, they're not losing their cool. They're playing good, solid football, and it's just great to see the sportsmanship on both sides of the ball.
A lot of respect for these two teams between them. A lot of disdain as well. These two teams do not like each other, but that makes for good football, but they are playing with respect. Here's Clark. Time in the pocket. Trying to be ripped down by his jersey, hanging on and taken down for a big loss. As Clark just hung on to the football too long in the pocket, they're going to make a decision either to run or pass. And it was good protection. Had about 5-6 steamboats in there, Jay, but then just ran out of time and couldn't get out of trouble.
Great job by the front four of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish defense to stay in their lanes and make sure that Will Clark did not have anywhere to run there. Will Clark, again, staying back in the pocket, being very patient, stepped up into the pocket, but the defensive tackles by the Vancouver College Fighting Irish did a great job of containing those A and B gaps up front, and the defensive ends did a nice job of containing the outside leverage.
Vancouver College crowd into it now. Adam Lisi getting them fired up. Now we got a timeout by Notre Dame before a 3rd and 18 call comes up here.
Interesting call here. Dennis Kelly wants to just have a little bit of a chat with his offense here, kind of settle things down. Not the start that Notre Dame wanted to have in this second half here. Vancouver College, again, see the type of adjustments that they made at halftime with these both very, very experienced coaching staffs from Vancouver College and Notre Dame. Many, many years of experience. Had a chance to discuss things at halftime, make some adjustments. Let's see if those adjustments have paid off in the second half.
Well, I don't know how many plays he got in the book for 3rd and 18, but let's see what Notre Dame does here with 9:07 to go, third quarter.
Look for a screen pass.
Trailing by 6. Play action. Clark on the bootleg. Whistle goes here, and I think the jugglers went offside. Napolitano, I think, got across the line, the wide receiver, too early. And they'll go back another 5 yards here.
Unfortunate for Notre Dame, they had a very well-designed play there. Will Clark faking the bootleg, was going to come back to the screen pass to Tion. One of those plays that you practice every week that you say, you know what, this is kind of a specialty play. We're only going to bring it out when we really, really need yards. That particular play was a screen pass to Tion. Very well executed. Offensive lineman out in front of Tion, but unfortunately nullified by the offside.
Now 3rd and 23. Now what do we got? Not sure the chains are set properly. And now set to go once again. Jugglers break the huddle. Napolitano out to this near side. Cummings and Glover in the slot. Alexander will step up in protection. Clark looking downfield. Pump fakes once, now wants to run. And slices through for 7-8 yards, but will come up well short of the first down. There was just nothing open downfield. Let's call that a coverage sack, Jay Prepchuk.
Absolutely. Great job by the Vancouver College defense on that particular play. Coming out in a cover 2 look, meaning the cornerbacks are up, jamming the wide receivers, not allowing them to get a release down the field. 2 safeties playing deep. Nice job by the cornerbacks just to kind of drift back. Nothing threatening in the flat area. Cornerbacks doing a good job. Great job by the defensive backs of Vancouver College to nullify a gain and not allow Will Clark to find an open receiver downfield.
Soriano stands back deep. Another flag comes in. I think this is going to be a procedure on Notre Dame once again. Tough start here in the third quarter for Notre Dame.
You'd think that a team would come out and have these opening kind of game jitters at the beginning of the game, but gosh, it's Notre Dame that's right now losing a little bit of their poise as we start the second half. When we talked about how important this initial drive was for Notre Dame and how it was a real break for them to be able to get the ball to start the second half, but they weren't able to take advantage of this situation, giving the ball back to Vancouver College.
Well, they line up for the punt. Irish show a little pressure, and I think they got him again. Rocking back in his stance, and now a little dissension in the juggler huddle here as they're barking at each other to wake up and play some football here. The Irish just showed pressure like they were going to come after the block and rock back in a stance. Another procedure call, false start. And that's not going to make Dennis Kelly very happy here. Back-to-back false starts here as the Jugglers going backwards.
Yeah, that's certainly going to give Vancouver College great field position as they start the second half and their first drive of the second half, and they're hoping that they're able to have a long, sustained drive just like they started this ball game.
Soriano stands back for the deep and for the punt, and this is a shank off the side of the foot. And the Irish will get good field position here.
They really are. They're going to start this second half with the ball on their 40-yard line. So again, let's see if Todd Burnett has talked to his offensive coaches. He's talked to his offense about what they feel they have to do in the second half, the adjustments that they've made. A very successful first half offensively for Vancouver College. Let's see if they continue to maintain with their strong off-tackle zone running game.
So after the fourth down punt, good field position here from the 45-yard line for the Irish, who got off to that fabulous start to start the game, and a good run here on first down. Will go for about 15, still chugging for about 17 yards.
Great start by the Vancouver College Fighting Irish defense, a simple trap play. Offensive lineman on the right-hand side blocking down to the inside. The left guard pulling and kicking out the defensive end. Opens up a huge hole to start the second half on a great, well-executed football play. Great trap play to start the second half for the Fighting Irish.
Basil Shinkarol on the carry. He's still in there in the backfield now as the Jugglers dig in with 4 on the line. It'll be a throw. Little bubble screen here. Completion made. And another 10-yard, make it 11-yard gain. Should be good enough for another Irish first down. And another Notre Dame injury here at the end of that play. Trying to pick up the number. Is it Cummings over there that sheds the helmet quickly? It's not Cummings, who is up and standing on this near sideline, but quick attention paid to the down Notre Dame player who got the bucket off quickly and looks to be in some considerable pain. Is it Alexander maybe?
Yeah, and you know that Vancouver College is going to kind of stay away from that right-hand side of their offense, which is exactly where the outstanding defensive back Cummings plays for Notre Dame. He plays the defensive left corner and is an all-star, one of the best defensive backs in the province. And you know that Vancouver College is well aware of how good Jarrell Cummings is at that cornerback position. So, when they throw the ball, look for Vancouver College to throw the ball to their left-hand side away from Jarrell Cummings. So, again, just a quick screen pass out there. Vancouver College in a doubles formation, 2 receivers out to that side of the field. Outside linebacker by Notre Dame doesn't really walk out, so it's kind of one-on-one there, and a good job by that receiver for Vancouver College to block the corner, pick up substantial yardage, and again, Vancouver College on the march here. So
well, now the concern becomes if it is in fact Tion Alexander-Amor over there. Hard to pick up who the injury is, but if it is 21 over there for the Jugglers, that is big-time trouble for Notre Dame. Their featured tailback and one of their most explosive players on offense being attended to here. It's been down a while as we still have yet to see if it is 21 in blue.
Yeah, and let's check the out-of-town scoreboard here and AA action today. Big game. Langley Saints and the Robert Bateman Wolves. They had a great football game. I understand that went right down to the wire, and Robert Bateman won that game. 2 excellent programs that are really on the rise. So that puts, from what I understand now, Langley will be playing Windsor in the playoffs. Holy Cross came into the Duke Dome today and played at Windsor, and Holy Cross came up with a big victory over the Windsor Dukes, advancing to the playoffs again.
It's Will Clark, even more scary here for Notre Dame. Jay Prepchuk, the quarterback, slow to get up. Will walk off under his own power and looks to be walking quite fine, but was down on the turf for quite some time.
Yeah, those are the chances that you take when you play your quarterback on defense.
Well, when you got an athlete like that, you got to get him on the field as much as you can here at the high school level. Here's a carry by Deshaun Johnson on second down.
Nice job by Johnson taking that ball with two hands and covering and really protecting that ball as he hits the line of scrimmage. He did a nice job of reading that play, that zone off tackle play where his aiming point is at the inside foot of the right tackle. Saw the seam and cut back into the middle, into the A gap for a nice gain.
Excuse me, that was a first down run. Give him 6, 2nd and 4. Zychilski with the handoff. Shinkarol up the middle. Good surge for a first down.
Nice job by Shinkarol showing his power there. Is just a simple off tackle play again. One of Todd Burnett's favorite plays, just run off the right tackle on that particular play. And a good job by the running back to use his power, use his strength, kind of dragged outstanding linebacker Cam off for a couple of yards, and a big first down for Vancouver College.
And my apologies, I believe that was Perry on the carry. Shinkarol comes back into the football game now, as they've really used 3 running backs here, and it's been a well-balanced attack on the ground as that's Shinkarol there for another 11-yard gain.
Yeah, you can really see when you look at the statistics from Vancouver College, a very, very well-balanced attack, and, 3 excellent running backs that they have, Shinkarol, Johnson, and Perry. With Shinkarol leading the way with close to 800 yards this year, but all of them with really, truly outstanding averages. 8-yard average for Shinkarol, and Johnson with a 9-yard average, and Perry with an 11-yard average this year from that running back position. Great job by Todd Burnett to keep those running backs fresh.
Gets the play call in. Irish break the huddle. They'll work from the 8-yard line. It's a 1st and goal. And Shinkarol sidesteps one man and falls ahead for a couple.
Though Vancouver College is doing a great job on offense and really moving the football, give credit to Dino Jeremiah and that Notre Dame defense. They are poised. They're a poised group, and they know, even though Vancouver College is coming up with these many different formations, they are lining up properly. They know exactly how to line up against these formations. It's a great execution by Vancouver College on offense that's having them successful tonight.
Shinkarol in the backfield. He will not take the handoff. It's a rollout. Zalchinski sidesteps a man. Now he's going to run for it, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, and there you go. Todd Burnett running what is his most successful play tonight after scoring 2 touchdowns in the first half on bootleg passes. And you knew that Notre Dame was going to adjust to the bootleg, and that's exactly what happened. And Easy E from that quarterback position did a great job of, after the fake, rolling out to his left-hand side. The defensive end for Notre Dame was there. You know that at halftime they talked to the defensive ends, made sure that they were containing. Caleb Hoey was there on the contain. Great job by Easy E to just bust that play to the inside, and looked a little like Will Clark on that. Did a great job of running the football in for the score.
Fancy footwork, no doubt. And Lewis punches it through. Make it 27-14 as the Irish restore the 13-point lead.
Yeah, and just exactly not the start that Notre Dame wanted in this second half. Giving up a couple of big penalties when they got the ball to receive and start the second half. But Vancouver College just maintaining their game plan, power running game, zone running plays off the right tackle. Great job of ball possession, and then great timing call of the bootleg, and nice job by Easy E on that bootleg to run that football in for a big score to start the second half for Vancouver College.
And the Irish fan base on this near sideline has really been an advantage here for Vancouver College on the road, and the Notre Dame Juggler Nation has just not really been able to get behind their team and get into this game and be a factor here for Notre Dame, as all the momentum has really been on the side of Vancouver College all game long, aside from a couple of good drives.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's time for Notre Dame's offense to answer back. Will Clark, unfortunately, was injured on that last drive.
We'll have to see if he comes back into this game or not. We're trying to spot him over on that far sideline right now. Can't do it. And he's not on the field right now. Short kick here, stepping up as Glover, brings it in trepidatiously as he'll get across the 35-yard line to about the 36, and let's see. There's number 9 coming onto the field. It looks like he will.
Yeah, you know what? It's going to take a lot for a player like Will Clark to stay out of this football game.
Especially
and even though
a game
he was shaken
like
up,
this.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? We know that he's a tough kid and he's a competitor and he wants to get on this football field. He wants to lead his jugglers right now. He knows that they've got a lot of work to do against this Vancouver College defense. Let's see if Notre Dame can answer the call.
Trip receivers near side. Clark in the shotgun. He will hand off to Alexander. And not much there for Tion. Ball is loose. And the Irish are on top of it. Oh, it's going sideways here for Notre Dame on a Friday night for Burnaby Lake.
It really is. Boy, just a simple tackle, just a simple run play up the middle. Vancouver College doing a great job of swarming to the football, creating the fumble, causing the fumble, and just jumping on that ball. Now they've got the ball, and again, great territory, great field position as they start the ball on the Notre Dame 36-yard line. Excellent job by Ron Turner's Fighting Irish defense.
I want to say it was Batterdine in there to strip it loose. And now VC will take over on the juggler 36-yard line, leading by 13. Handoff on a trap. Shinkarol, stiff arms, cuts. Shinkarol busts free. Sidesteps another man all the way down to the 8-yard line. What a run.
Boy, just great patience and excellent execution by the offensive line of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. Simple trap play again, the right side of the offensive line, blocking down, taking care of the nose guard and the middle linebacker. Excellent call to run against an outstanding defense and an outstanding middle linebacker like Cameron Maw, trying to have a little bit of action going to the offensive left side, coming back to the trap play, left guard of Vancouver College. Excellent trap block, kicking out that defensive end. Shinkarol doing a wonderful job of following his blocks and cutting the ball back to the inside. Well executed play by Vancouver College.
They'll actually spot the ball down on the 12-yard line here after a big gash run there from Shinkarol. So they can pick up a first down without getting into the end zone here with the clock running down to 4:20 here in the third quarter. As the Irish break the huddle, they'll work in between the hash marks for Zalchinski. Deshaun Johnson in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, protecting that ball, and reaches ahead for a decent gain. Picks up 3.
Yeah, nice job. Just Vancouver College is switching the play to the other side. So the left-hand side of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish offense, blocking down, right guard doing a nice job at the kick-out block, and well-executed trap play, especially considering that Notre Dame blitzed on that play. Very difficult play to run. A trap play is very difficult to run when the defense is blitzing. Nice job by College of picking up a few yards on first down.
2nd and 7 from the 9. Jumbo set in there for Van College.
Watch for a bootleg.
There's the rollout, and it is a handoff, and in the zone it goes. Perry untouched. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And again, talking to Dennis Kelly throughout the week, his biggest fear was being able to contain those 3 different running backs from Vancouver College and stopping the power run game.
Well, nobody's been really able to do it all year long. Their only loss, Jay Prepchuk, on the season, 8-1 overall for Van College Linden. Their very first game of the year, I believe, and those American schools always tough to defeat, especially down there. And yeah, other than that, I mean, they've been hammering teams this year, a couple of close games, but Vancouver College looking pretty good. And right now, I like their chances come playoff time. I think Tweedsmuir has got to be in the conversation for sure, but my first look at Van College this season, and they are impressive to watch.
They really are, and you've got to commend Todd Burnett and that offensive line, especially big, strong players up front. And, you know, a situation like this where, you know, you see the success that Vancouver College is having, pounding the ball, being very physical on the offensive line. It doesn't just come from players showing up in August and just, you know, being able to open up holes. These players now, these high school players are lifting weights all year round. They're running. I know Vancouver College, Scott Bass is an excellent strength training coach. They've got a fantastic facility at Vancouver College. And, you know, for all the young players out there, especially the kids that are, you know, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, once you get a little bit older and you're able to get in the weight room, it's that dedication that really, really pays off, especially when you see a game like this. Because again, you know, they talk about championships and winning championships, winning football games. Winning football games, that doesn't happen in August. That doesn't happen in September when you're playing football. It happens in the off season when you've got to kind of drag your butt to the gym and get stronger.
Here's the kick from Lewis. Glover, they've kicked predominantly to him. This one a better return for Glover. Gets chopped down though. At the 36, looked like he had something going there, but coming in on the tackle was 51, who we do not have listed down on our roster, Jay Prep.
Yeah, again, coaches.
Did you print these off from like 2018 or 17 maybe?
Coaches, hey, I printed them off at least, right? So coaches, can you, again, please update your rosters for the playoffs, so we are on top of it. Sorry, we apologize, but again,
we want to give
coaches,
some kids some credit here, but if we don't have them on our roster, we can't let them know who it is. Here's the handoff to Cummings, and Vancouver College into the backfield fairly quickly there.
Yeah, there's that experience. And look for Notre Dame to come out maybe in a little bit of a hurry-up offense to try to get on the ball and try to get things going a little bit. They're going to
down 34-14 now. They got to get going.
They got to start moving. They got to start making some plays. But again, commend Ron Turner, David Benefield, the defensive coaches for the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. They knew that jet sweep was an important play. Defensive ends, widen out, don't lose contain. Great job by the outside linebacker and the defensive end on that side for Vancouver College.
No gain on first down, 2nd and 10. Alexander on the carry. And he won't get much as really that front four for VC starting to stiffen up here on this Notre Dame offensive line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Vancouver College wants to see right now. They want to see 4, 5, 6 different kids in on that tackle. Swarming defense, very aggressive defense. They know their assignments. They're keying on Tion. They're keying on Will Clark. They're keying on Jarrell Cummings. They know exactly who the dangerous players are on that Notre Dame offense. 3rd down, 9, big play in this football game.
Clock under 2 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. And here's the shotgun snap to Clark. Good time in the pocket. Long out here to Cummings. He'll bounce it to the sideline. He's got the first down. As the tackle comes late from Freres, but Cummings, that's a strong throw there.
Yeah, it
one
really
that Jay
is.
Prepchuk, the old quarterback, can be proud of to the wide side, that long out.
I tell you what, not only was it a great throw, but Jarrell Cummings, the outstanding wide receiver for Notre Dame.
Takes some courage to wait for that ball to get there as well.
Exactly, but he did an excellent job of running his route just a couple of yards past the yard
knowing
markers.
where the sticks were.
Yeah, knew exactly where the sticks were.
And then
showing
worked
his
back
experience.
to his quarterback a little bit as well to help out that throw.
Exactly, but a good job by Jarrell, and to catch the ball, get upfield, get that first down. Big play by Notre Dame. Let's see if they can sustain this drive as we come close to the end of the 3rd quarter.
They needed that when they got it. Here's Clark under center this time. We haven't seen him run since he was injured. Alexander keeps his feet well and picks up 8.
Nice job by that Notre Dame offensive line, running a very similar play that Vancouver College has had success with tonight. An inside trap play, left-hand side of the offensive line, blocking down, offensive guard pulling and kicking out. Nice seam for Tion. He doesn't need very much room to have a successful gain. Good pickup on first down, bringing up a 2nd and 2 for the Jugglers.
Interesting to watch Cam Maher run block.
Outstanding.
As well as he and Hoag got a real battle going in the trenches. There's Clark, wants to run. Nowhere to go. Bounces out to the outside, now looks downfield, fakes the pass, still running. Is Clark hobbling along as he gets out of bounds for a first down.
Yeah, you know that Will Clark right now probably is hurting from his injury earlier in this ball game. But again, he's showing his athleticism, dropping back to pass, nothing open, takes off, very dangerous in the open field, showing his great athleticism. Nice job picking up a first down. Jugglers are on the march on a very, very important drive as this 3rd quarter is winding down.
Oh, man, just looking down at the Vancouver sideline and Coach Burnett, like, I don't know how many times he's paced back and forth between the 40-yard lines here, but you can just feel his stress in this first place showdown.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been there many times before, and it is a very stressful situation right now.
Clark with 35 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter and a 1st and 10 from the 33. Fakes the handoff, he'll keep it. Rolls out of one tackle, but not a second. And stopped fairly quickly for no gain.
Yeah, and one of the things that Vancouver College was able to stress all week leading up to this ball game is to making sure that they are very disciplined on defense. So Notre Dame faking that jet sweep to the very dangerous Jarrell Cummings and Will Clark, the linebackers knowing to stay home and not going with that jet sweep, staying home, plugging that off tackle hole, and taking care of that quarterback off tackle run play.
And let's see if Notre Dame gets a playoff here before the end of the quarter. Down to 8 seconds. And maybe just try and draw a VC offside here, or are they going to snap the football? They will take a play. Here's Clark to throw on a slant and tried to gun one in there to Cummings and just led his receiver by a half yard too much. And the ball falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 with 12 minutes to go here from Burnaby Lake of the BC High School football game of the week.
Yeah, and a simple just a play action pass there. Will Clark faking off tackle, hoping that the linebackers for Vancouver College bite up and trying to hit Jarrell Cummings on that slant play. Good coverage by Vancouver College. Very tight window to squeeze that ball in there, and not able to make that completion.
34-14. Irish lead the Jugglers by 20 here with 12 minutes to go. As the Jugglers have it, they're driving, but they do stare a 3rd and 9 in the face here from the 32-yard line.
Yeah, another big play here for Notre Dame. Let's see if Dennis Kelly comes up. Maybe comes back with that play that they were unable to complete on in the second quarter. Maybe that kind of bootleg action, coming back to that screen pass to Tion, try to get Tion in the open field to gain a first down. Thinking now that, Notre Dame's got to think that, they're in 4-down territory right now. So if they're not successful on a 3rd and 9 play here, that they're probably going to end up going for this as they are 3 scores down. So very important for Notre Dame to capitalize, or very important for Notre Dame to be successful on this play. So look for them to come back to the screen pass to Tion.
Well, they're going to set up the chains here before this third. They just had 60 seconds to flip the chain and the field around, Jay. What's going on down there? Chain getting a little slow to react. They'll get it set up for a 3rd and 9 as they flip around for the final time here this evening. Don't forget to keep up to date with BC High School football at bchighschoolfootball.com for all your playoff matchups coming. A couple more games to come tomorrow on the docket, and then we will decide where we will broadcast from for Wild Card Weekend. Here's the shotgun snap for Clark on the rollout. Here comes pressure.
Yep.
Buying some time and just lobs it out of bounds as nobody was open. Do we have a flag down? No, incomplete.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Notre Dame ran on that particular play. They faked the bootleg pass. Will Clark rolling out to his right-hand side, looked back to the left-hand side, was hoping that Tion would be there for a screen. 3 Vancouver College defenders were right there. You knew that Ron Turner, David Benefield, the defensive staff for Vancouver College, was right on that play. They called it. They knew they were going to run that play. Excellent preparation, excellent job by Vancouver College defense to not allow Tion Alexander to be open on that screen pass.
I don't want to take anything away from Dennis Kelly, who is a fabulous coach in his own right, but the job Coach Burnett and Deb Benefield have done here tonight has really made a difference. Really made a difference. And they'll go for it on 4th and 9, down 20. Clark, a high snap, takes it in, lots of time in the pocket. Now fires down the field. Cummings, he had it in his hands and dropped a touchdown. You can't throw it any better for Clark. And usually Jarrell Cummings will make that play all day long, but that one through the hands and bounced right off his helmet.
Boy, I tell you, when you have an outstanding player, and again, that Jarrell Cummings is going to want to have that play back. Just a double post pattern by the receivers by Notre Dame. Got in behind the safety. Will Clark just showing tremendous poise in the pocket, throwing a dart just down the field. Gosh, that not only would have been a first down, that would have been a touchdown for Notre Dame.
And you can't throw it any better for Clark. Put it only where Cummings could have caught it, but put it right in his hands, and it bounced right off his face mask. Right through his hands there for Cummings. So the turnover on downs, and now a sack here by the Jugglers. Guess who? Cam Ma into the backfield quickly.
Yeah, that Notre Dame on defense right now is going to play a pressure defense. Dino Jeremiah is going to start to blitz on every play, and of course bringing one of the most outstanding players in in BC high school football in Cam Maw, right up the A-gap, did a nice job of getting in there and sacking easy. Very surprising on that particular play for Todd Burnett to have a drop-back pass on first down, considering that he's had so much success running the football against his juggler defense.
But that's probably why it was a good play call, because Notre Dame probably wasn't expecting it, but the old, I know what you're doing for the jugglers, and they stopped it quickly. Here comes a run on second down. And got some good yardage back there, did Shinkarol. As he'll get about 6. And it'll be 3rd and 7, 8 to go here.
Very impressive job by the Vancouver College Fighting Irish running backs. Notice that the running backs for Vancouver College are hitting the hole quickly. They're running north and south. They're not dancing in the hole. They're not cutting back. They're
all fresh legs, because they keep rotating through this three-headed monster here, where Teon Alexander has been the guy for Notre Dame, and he's got to be wearing down here, where the legs in the backfield for Vancouver College still fresh.
So nice to have that depth, absolutely.
And here's Perry now, as he'll bounce ahead, but will be about 3 yards short here, and decision time for Coach Burnett.
Yeah, and the thing about those running backs, that they're all very similar in the way they run. They're low to the ground. They're very strong football players. They're physically strong. They hit the hole quickly and doing a nice job of gaining positive yards here. But again, the sack on first down was very costly for Vancouver College and put them in a long yardage situation. Thus, the punt situation coming up for Vancouver College.
Lewis back standing.
Big stop by Notre Dame's defense.
Absolutely. They needed that one from the 25-yard line. Here comes pressure. Oh, just got the kick away. It'll bounce at the 40 and skip out of bounds around the 39-yard line.
Yeah, not a great snap there for the punter to be able to field and get that ball away. Notre Dame's outstanding defensive end, Hoya, had a good shot at blocking that punt. Very fortunate for Vancouver College to be able to get that punt away. So with just over 9 minutes left, let's see if Dennis Kelly can get his offense going here.
Yeah, down 20,
crucial.
Must score territory now for Notre Dame, down 20 with 9:25 to go.
They're thinking they've got to score 3 touchdowns here. So again, look for maybe for them to come out.
Not only that, but then they got to
set.
keep Vancouver College off the board as well.
Absolutely.
Has been a challenge here tonight for the Jugglers. Clark with an empty backfield. Steps up in the pocket, now wants to run. Still on his feet as he lowers the pads for a 9-yard gain and took a shot at the end of that play. Selling out, trying to pick up a first down, and he's slow to get back up.
Yeah, and
you don't want to see your quarterback take hits like that.
Well, exactly, and he's a competitor, and we know that he's hurt from earlier in the ball game. But again, you know what? He's a tough kid. He wants to compete. He wants to play in this football game. He wants those extra yards. So certainly, Dennis Kelly's letting him know, hey, you know what, Will? You gained 7, 8 yards on that particular play. Just go down. Just learn to slide. But the competitor that he is, he wants to gain those extra yards. Empty backfield for the first time from Notre Dame. Let's see if they continue to spread it out.
We'll put Alexander off to the right here of Clark. Irish show blitz. Jugglers pick it up. It's a run. It's a first down. A flag comes in from the Irish backfield here.
Yeah, a call like that is usually an offensive hold, maybe an illegal block somewhere in that interior of the offensive line from Notre Dame.
They'll spot the ball just across the 50 here. Personal foul, chop block on Notre Dame. It's been a while since we've seen one of those.
Yeah, certainly a dangerous play, and a good thing that the referees are right on top of that and calling that play. This is going to be a major foul. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Notre Dame Jugglers. So just as we saw and just as we talked about how important, how crucial this drive was for Notre Dame, they get a major foul, chop block. That's going to really hurt the Notre Dame offense as it marches them back.
Yeah, I'll go backwards here, and we only got a minute. Wally Buono, Jay Prepchuk will coach his final game in BC Place tomorrow night against the Calgary Stampeders before they head to the Hammer on the crossover to take on the Ticats I'm sure you've met Wally over the years, Jay, and just what a coach, what a guy, what he's done for BC Lions, CFL football, and just football in general. A very storied coaching career and a playing career for Wally Buono. But just maybe a favorite story from your days meeting him.
It's just the persistence of Wally, right? I mean, I know a lot of players will call him stubborn, right? But you know what? He is he's a professional, right? And for somebody to be able to be in the league for as long as Wally is, always has time for you, always has time to chat with you, always allowing you to be at practice or to learn or ask questions, and great ambassador to football, both in Calgary, obviously, for many years, and in Vancouver. And you know what? Just to be able to have the longevity that he's had in football, to show in this day and age, to deal with today's athlete as he would have been able to deal with, the athlete many decades ago. Just so commendable that we were able to have a man like Wally in Vancouver.
Absolutely. We've been spoiled, and best of luck to Wally and the Lions tomorrow night and on their way into the playoffs as well. Clark to throw. Hard pass over the middle, and it's through the hands and incomplete. Alex Pinson had a chance to bring it in, couldn't do it. And again, this wide receiver lets Will Clark down.
Yeah, just to show you the athleticism of Will Clark and that patience in the pocket and being able to drill that ball almost 30 yards down the field on a rope. And unfortunately for Notre Dame, they just could not maintain possession of that ball. Again, the crucial penalties in big games, crucial penalties they're gonna really hurt you down the stretch. And so, the coaches are always stressing how important it is to maintain your poise and, play the game properly.
Punt team out here for Notre Dame. Thornton stands back to kick this one away. Decent kick. He'll take a left turn and head out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And the Irish now with 7:41, looking like they will be the first place team in the Western Conference, will get the bye in the opening round of the playoffs. And Notre Dame will have to play that extra game.
Yeah, exactly. That wild card weekend is always one of the most exciting times in football. Certainly, I know that the coaches, when you place second place, third place, when you're in the upper part of your division and you play a lower ranked team, those games, that wild card weekend, there's always so many surprises. And I know as an experienced coach in many of those games, you're always very, very nervous going into that opening round of the playoffs. Lots of surprises.
Don't call it wild card for nothing, Jay. Wild things happen in wild card weekend.
Go, exactly.
There's the pitch play. Shinkarrow. Pick up 4 and keep the clock moving. More importantly than anything else now for VC is just keep that big ticker clicking along.
Yeah, exactly. And you know that Todd Burnett is talking to his players about that. I would be very surprised if Vancouver College threw another pass in this football game. Even though there's just over 7 minutes left in this game, if Vancouver College can grind out a couple of first downs, then, they're certainly not going to want to give the ball back to the Jugglers.
And number 12 now in the game at quarterback here for Vancouver. It's nice that they both have nice, easy names to pronounce here at quarterback for Vancouver College. Dolniski will hand it off. I think that's how you say it. Here comes a big run for Van College.
Dolinsky, that is the name, yep. Yeah, nicely, good for Todd Burnett to put in his backup quarterback and get some extra time for young Dolinsky, only
just
in grade
one
11.
Play and then coming out.
Yeah, so again.
Zylchinsky coming back into the game.
Right, and it looks like he's going to be.
Zylchinsky, J. Prep Joe. I know you just go with easy.
There you go.
I got to practice because we're going to see this team.
Down the stretch, yes
betcha.
You are.
I think they might be the ones standing in the end, at least. Getting in. We'll see. I don't want to get too far ahead. Here's Shinkarrow. Another good run. Another first down.
And that offensive line is just grinding it out for Vancouver College. I tell you, I think one of the, if not the most important position of football is that offensive lineman. And, you just don't get the recognition. And, you really get a good insight on offensive line play. You read Angus Reid's new book, which I'm just about finished. He talks about it.
Former Vancouver Irish football player, I believe.
Yeah, a great Vancouver College football player. And if you haven't had a chance to read Angus's book, Thank You, Coach, all about Dan DeRazio, the outstanding offensive line coach from the BC Lions that was pretty well with Angus most of his career. Great read, great book if you are a sports enthusiast.
Another handoff up the middle. Walensky busting tackles. Trying to drive the dagger home here for the Fighting Irish. All the way down to the 7-yard line.
Inside trap play. Offensive lineman doing a nice job of opening up that inside play over the left guard there, blocking left side, blocking down, right guard kicking out. Great football play against a 40 defense when you don't have a nose guard in there and you are able to trap those defensive tackles. Excellent execution. Great job by that offensive line of the Vancouver College Fighting Irish. They really are the stars of this football game. Excellent blocking by all 5 of those defensive or offensive linemen from Vancouver College.
I don't know, my spots have been off all night here, Jay. It's on the 10, not the 7.
Well, not only are difficult to read the Vancouver College numbers, but it's also difficult to read the numbers. But hopefully when we get into BC Place, that'll change a little bit.
5 minutes to go. Clock moving. Walensky on the handoff once again, ripped down. Virtually no gain. I think Vancouver College is going to be just fine with that.
Yeah, and
at this point, up 20,
yeah.
You got the ball deep in their zone.
Yeah.
A couple more handoffs, chew off a couple of more minutes.
That's right, but, you know, we can go back to last year, 1 year ago today, right? And I'm sure that Todd Burnett talked about that all week with his players, how Notre Dame really took it to Vancouver College Fighting Irish. I remember doing that game with you last year, Jake.
That was a cold one, if I recall.
It was a cold day at Vancouver College at O'Hagan Field, but it was a day that Vancouver College fans would not like to remember, and certainly the players don't want to remember, but Todd Burnett remembered that game and remembered how Notre Dame really took it to the Fighting Irish last year.
Here's the cutback from Shinkarol. As he drives it down a little closer to the end zone.
Yeah, toss play, but by no means do those running backs for Vancouver College want to run the ball out of bounds right now and stop the clock. They want to keep the ball in the field of play. Nice job by Notre Dame not allowing the running back to get to the outside, and good job by the running back to cut it back up to the inside and limiting the gain.
3rd and 7 from the 7. And letting the play clock run all the way down here. And stopped up short. It'll bring up 4th down. As that was Kalika.
Yeah,
just his first carry.
Yeah, a reminder for sports fans, a few high school games tomorrow. Big game, of course, at UBC, the Canadian semifinal.
What time's kickoff?
UBC
2 o'clock?
At 2 o'clock.
From Thunderbird?
Yeah, Simon Fraser is hosting tomorrow, I understand. And, of course, the BC Lions are hosting Calgary tomorrow. Really, I guess, an important game for Calgary still, right? Because they are in a battle for first place with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, who are
don't forget about that Langley Rams Hamilton Hurricanes
exactly.
CGFL semifinal.
Exactly. Lots of football happening tomorrow, folks. Let's hope the rain holds off.
Let it rain. It's football.
Easy for the BC Lions fans to say that.
4th down play. And into the end zone. Touchdown. 40-14 Irish making a statement here on Notre Dame's home field in the Archbishop Bowl. Warm up the showers, Jay Prepchuk, the chant coming from the Irish sideline.
That's right.
Well, not the sideline, their fan base in behind the Irish sideline.
Yeah, you know what? Always great enthusiasm in this game. Always a chance for the players. And you know what? What a great atmosphere, right? To be able to play football on a Friday night. That's what high school football should be all about, is to be able to play high school football under the lights on a Friday night, just like it is in this situation here. Fans are, loud and maybe a little obnoxious, but they are... They are well behaved, and I know it's tough, and I do know it's.
That's what it's all about at high school. Is let the kid. I mean, this is how kids, instead of going out and hanging out at the 7-Eleven and doing dumb thing. Come watch your team play a sport. Get behind your school. Show your school spirit. And if you cross the line a little bit, okay, not a big deal. But these kids haven't done that. They're having a good time, and some well choreographed cheers over there from the Fighting Irish faithful.
Yeah, they really are. And the Letterman club group from Vancouver College, they long-standing tradition, of course, of having some good humored chants. And
well, I remember the kid last year at the game had the purple robe on with no shirt. And he was running up and down the sideline, getting the crowd whipped up. I'm not sure if he's back this year or not.
I did, yeah. No, I saw him in the crowd. He was out there and cheering his guys on. And usually they have the Fighting Finnegan out here, but I don't see any mascots. Maybe the mascots are going to come out for the playoffs, but certainly well deserved to be able to celebrate for Vancouver College. And look at
deep kick there for Lewis, and I don't know how that ball stayed in bounds, but that's the way the ball bounces, as they say, as it goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback with 2:26 to go. And now Notre Dame down 41-14, and I think we'll live to fight another day here, but they're going to have to go through Wild Card Weekend as the Vancouver College Fighting Irish will finish first in the Western Conference with a perfect 7-0 record.
Yeah, good job. Great job by Todd Burnett and his staff with Vancouver College. Ron Turner, very experienced defensive coordinator. Dave Benefield on the defensive side of the ball. Experience. Really, one thing that really showed with both these coaching staffs was the adjustments that they made at halftime and how they were able to kind of stop some of the plays that were really effective by either offensive team, as both teams offensively came out and had great drives to start the ball game. But you could see the adjustments that both Coach Turner and Coach Jeremy did at halftime that really were effective in this ball game.
We're going to get a face masking call as Alexander was taken down unceremoniously. Stops the clock with 2:20 to play.
Looks like they waved off that particular foul. So the clock continues to run. And again, Notre Dame just playing for some pride right now, trying to get something going so they have momentum going into next week's wild card action.
Clark, the handoff to Alexander up the middle and keeping it pretty conservative, but a good run there for Tion. Hey, no reason to turn the ball over in this juncture of the game. Down this much, just hand the ball off, run some clock, and live to play another day.
A big shout out to the Mission Roadrunners tonight. I got to the ballpark a little bit early in St. Thomas More, and Mission Roadrunners, Danny Jacobs doing a great job with that Mission Roadrunner
new program
team.
Out there, Mission? Or
Mission, yeah, no, they've been plugging away. No, Sardis is the new program. Okay. Sardis in Chilliwack and Sullivan Heights in Surrey, two new football programs doing a great job with those programs. But the Mission Roadrunners did an excellent job tonight and really gave the St. Thomas More Knights a very, very tough game today.
Clark will throw, then cut down. That's going to be a flag every time. 1, 2, 3 of them come flying, and a late hit on Napolitano, who gets up limping. And I mean, that was a low hit, Jay, but that's an unnecessary one.
Yeah, you just
there from, I believe it was number 20, Marcus Tioli. And that'll get you 15 yards every time. Might get him more.
Yeah, let's see what the officials, of course, call. Again, we talked about the coaches and the players really demonstrating and emphasizing safety, but, the referees are doing a great job as well. And they have a tough job, right? And they are educated as well. A couple of new rules implemented this year, no crackback blocks in the open field. Players aren't able to kind of come back and block a defenseless player. So a good job by the referees to be on top of the new rules.
Clark with a deep ball to Cummings. It's knocked down at the last second. Excellent play there by the safety to break that one up. Chahal getting a hand up just in time to knock it away from Cummings. Man, does Will Clark ever throw a nice
He really
spiral,
does.
huh?
And the thing that I'm really impressed with Will Clark is his quick release, right? He gets that ball out quickly. And again, an attribute for a lot of the young quarterbacks. We certainly at my quarterback camps, we work on a quick release. We try to get that ball out quickly. But Dennis Kelly's done a great job with coaching Will Clark and getting that ball downfield quickly.
Really young football fans or parents of players, give them the information, Jake.
Yeah, well,
Prep Check Quarterback Camp, where can they find it?
Yeah, it's great. I have a website, and people obviously can call anytime. And, I've got people from all over Canada that are contacting me, sending video of their sons and daughters playing quarterback. And you know what? We do all sorts of in-season training right now. I've got a session going on Sunday morning. If quarterbacks are interested, anytime you want to do a one-on-one session, small group session, a program wants me to come in and work with all their quarterbacks. We'll get going in January with all our main camps. A couple of throw rounds right across the street at the 8 Rinks indoor turf as well. So call me anytime.
Jay, the point of that was to where? How do they call you? Where do they find your website? Give them the information.
JPrepCheck, quarterbackcamps.com. Right now, revising the websites, but on social media, contact me via Facebook, text me, Instagram, JPrepCheck.
Just go to his house, Google, knock on the door.
Happened before, but you know what? There's not a lot of JPrepChecks out there. You Google JPrepCheck, and my websites will pop up. But
Clock.
thank you, Jake. Winding down. There we go.
Hit triple zeros. And the Vancouver College Fighting Irish win the 62nd annual Archbishop Bowl in convincing fashion. Move to 7-0 on the season. Finish in first place as they take down the Notre Dame Jugglers on their home field by a final score of 41-14. Impressive.
Very
here for
impressive
BC tonight.
Yeah, congratulations, Vancouver College, Todd Burdett, Ron Turner, Dave Benefield, and Johnny Boacqua, the principal of Vancouver College. Congratulations.
All right, folks, stay tuned to bchighschoolfootball.com. After tomorrow afternoon's games, we will let you know where the wild card game of the week will be played and broadcast from here on SportsCanada.TV and bchighschoolfootball.com. You can follow along on Twitter as well at BCHSFB at Twitter. Once again, your final score, Vancouver College 41, Notre Dame 14. That is going to do it for Jillian, for our entire production crew here at SportsCanada.TV. For Jay Prepchuck, I've been Jake Elliott for the Pigskin and the Gridiron. We'll talk to you from Wildcard Weekend next weekend. Have a good night, everybody.
Back to the side.
Hey, can we get the teams down here, please? Get the teams down to the center here for the trophy presentations. We have 4 trophies to give out tonight. Ask the team from Vancouver College to please come on down. Vancouver College, please come down. First of all, I'd like to thank all the fans tonight for coming out It's a great night for high school football here. So great support for both teams. Appreciate all the coaches and the administration who let us play this great game of football. Tonight the trophies will be handed out by Mike Borum. And here they are. These are time-honored trophies. Go back 62 years. If you win one of these, your name goes on a very storied trophy. Outstanding lineman, number 73 of Vancouver College, Simon Smith. The outstanding back goes to number 9 from the Notre Dame Jugglers, Will Clark. The MVP for tonight's game goes to number 18 from Vancouver College, Eric Szymanski. And we ask the captains from Vancouver College to come forward and accept the Archbishop's Trophy Cup for 2018. Congratulations to the college.
Picture first, show. Raise it up, baby. Raise it up, raise it up. Let's go!
Good luck in the playoffs to all the teams. And have a safe ride home.
Fellas, we're going to put the three trophies down right here, circle around, we're going to get a picture. Hey, put the trophies right there, get in behind them.
Oh, thanks.
Right there.
Yeah, get it to one out. Sound good?
Oh, I feel you.